lives more expensive, politicians like Congressman Rob Bresnahan are making millions from insider trading. So we're putting a measure on the ballot to tell politicians, stop enriching yourselves on our dime. Ban insider trading.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name in English and also in Latin. Yeah, it's pronounced differently. In Latin first, it's pronounced as Caesar.
Caesar or not. Verse 18, but Jesus perceived their wickedness and said, why do you test me, you hypocrites? That's what Jesus would do. Verse 19, show me the tax money. So they brought him he calls them hypocrites. Sad. These demons. Denarius. Verse 20, and he said to them, whose image and in but I see them, Jesus, I see them. That's why you call them that. Sad. But I am not giving up. I'm fishing for souls. Fishing for souls.
American pronunciation. Inscription.
Inscription is this. Verse 21, they said to him, Holy Spirit. The Cassiers, and he said to them, render therefore the Cassier the things that are Cassiers, and to God the things that are God's. Verse 22. When they had heard these words, they moved.
While making our lives more expensive, politicians like Congressman Rob Bresnahan are making millions from insider trading. So we're putting a measure on the ballot to tell politicians, stop enriching yourselves on our dime.
Marveled and left him and went their way. Verse 23. The same day the oh my goodness.
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce Sadducees.
Sadducees who say there is no resurrection. Oh my goodness. Resurrection came to him and asked him, verse 24, saying, Teacher, Moses said that if a man dies having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up offspring for his brother. Verse 25, now there were with us 7 brothers. The first died, and after he had married and having no offspring, left his wife to his brother. Verse 26, likewise the second also, and the third even to the 7th. Verse 27, last of all the woman died also. Verse 28, therefore in the resurrection, whose wife of the 7 will she be, for they all had her. Verse 29, Jesus answered and said to them, You are mistaken, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of God. It says right there. Verse 30, For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels of God in heaven. Verse 31, But concerning this resurrection of the dead, have you not read what was spoken to you by God, saying, verse 32, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. It says right there. The devil is the dead. And God is living. Verse 33, And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his teaching. Verse 34, But when the Pharisees heard that he had silence. Oops, I hit the wrong button again. Silence the. No, I just. What the heck?
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce Sadducees.
Sadducees, they gathered together. Excuse me, verse 35. Then one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question, testing him and saying, verse 36, Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? Verse 37, Jesus said to him, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Verse 38, this is the first and greatest commandment. Verse 39, and the second is like it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Verse 40, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Hang all the law and the prophets. Verse 41, while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, verse 42, saying, What do you think about the Christ? Whose son is he? They said to him, The son of David. Verse 43, he said to them, How then does David in the Spirit call him Lord, saying, verse 44, the Lord said to my Lord, Sit at my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. It says right there, verse 45, if David then calls him Lord, how is he his son? Verse 46, and no one was able to answer him a word, nor from that day on did anyone dare question him anymore. Jesus is smart. I love Jesus. He's my everything. Jesus is, oh wow. Yep. I love God so much too. I do. I love God's commandments. I love it. Now I'm doing Revelation chapter 19, verse 7. Revelation chapter 19, verse 7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give him glory, for the marriage of the Lamb has come, and his wife has made herself ready. Verse 9. Then he said to me, Right blessed are those who are called to the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said to me, These are the true sayings of God. It says right there.